Hello, hello. Good morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you're watching this. This is a reading for Leo in the springtime, in the middle of springtime right now. Hope nobody has any allergies. That would not be pleasant. Good luck to you if you do. I have a Leo moon myself, and I was supposed to be a Leo, but I came early. So let's see if anything comes through that pertains to me. Probably not. This is more about you, my lions, lionesses. Let's see what we got here. Spirit, universe, anybody out there guiding us? What does Leo need to know? Coming up, we're in the middle of springtime. What's happening in spring for Leo? Let's do one last fold there. Alrighty. Let's see. What does Leo need to know for the spring? Ooh. Okay. 6 of Wands. That's a victory. I like that. Other ones keep face down. I'm not going to take them. That's a good start. Ooh. That one seriously flew out there. Hot tamale. Ooh. I don't know about this one, y'all, though. We have the 5 of Pentacles. Oof. How do you go from the 6 of Wands to the 5 of Pentacles? We're going to have to look into this. Alright, Spirit, tell me more about that, because I don't know what that means. You're confusing me. Ooh. Alright, 3 of Swords. Don't freak out. Don't freak out. We don't have all the business yet. Don't freak out. I know you're seeing those cards and you are sad. Don't be sad. Don't be sad. Don't be scared. 9 of Pentacles in the reverse. Ooh. You all want it to come out. 8 of Wands. Death. Strength. I don't read Major Arcana in the reverse. I generally don't read Aces in the reverse. 9 of Wands. Interesting. Why are these wands? Ooh! You got a bonus card. Okay. This is actually, in case you haven't seen this before, this is from the same illustrator who did, this famous deck that we all use today. It is very reminiscent of, like, I don't want to say the Sun card, but I look at this as a very positive card, so we'll go into that in a bit. But I want one more for here. That's from the traditional. But that's an interesting bonus. Interesting bonus card. Alright, give me one more. One more. Spirit. A lot of messages here, so there we go. 10 of Wands. Okay. Okay. What's at the bottom of the deck? 7 of Pentacles. Okay. Alright, so first glance, I see a lot of work here. We've got the 9 of Wands and the 10 of Wands. 8, 9, 10. So I am seeing, and then we have the 7 of Pentacles. So, ooh, look what's under that. 10 of Pentacles. I never read that in reverse. Interesting. Okay, we have these conflicting notions here, right? We have victory, but then we have feeling like you're being left out in the cold. We have the 3 of Swords. I know we're all scared about that. 9 of Pentacles in reverse. So my initial thoughts on this are, is someone's overburdened with work and maybe wanting to be independent, like this card, when it's in the upright position, it's a very independent woman. She's got this awesome hawk that she's trained. That's a lot of power, a lot of, you've got eyes in the sky at that point. Um, but it came out in the reverse along with all these wands. So I'm going to, and with the strength, I mean, that's your card, Leo, strength. Um, but maybe you need strength to deal with all this work. Having these conflicting ideals, I would say that this is more of what you are dealing with. Like, I would say that this led to this, right? I think that at some point you felt left out in the cold, and then that really broke your heart. Now this could be, I'm not seeing too many romantic cards. I really interpret this more as like a career thing, but it really could go for anyone. Take it as it resonates. So, I'm going to say that you know that you have potential, and you know that you've had like victories in the past, or you have a project that has aspects of it that are going well, something that is positive, but that doesn't translate to all areas of your life. So maybe it's maybe it's one or the other, right? So like you are overburdened with work. You got passed over for that promotion, and you're really, really upset about it, even though you might have like done really well in a project that you had, and you're upset about that, and you're thinking, oh, there's more work to be done. Or it could be that, work is, and maybe that's like overwhelming you, but you have this card, which is really like a family card. It's like a catch and release kind of thing. You can see the mother is very joyful to have her child running towards her. So if this is about career, I'm going to stick to what I said. I think that you've had a setback and you're overburdened. Maybe you have a lot of different tasks at work, and you're performing, you're giving your best to it, but for some reason you still feel left out in the cold. Something didn't go your way, and you're still not independent. You're still feeling a little bit stuck. But the things that you would need to remember about that are that like a transformation is coming, because this is death and rebirth. You have the strength and the power to get through this. You notice the infinity symbol here. She has infinite power. And that's you. You're being soothed, honestly. I know you are a fierce, ferocious lion, but even you need like sleep and rest. And then you have the potential. I guess I don't generally read these in reverse. The only thing that I would say about it coming out in the reverse is that it might take a little bit of time. But this is uncapped potential. Like something good is coming your way. So if it's career, that's what I would go with. If we're going to look at this as like a love or family reading, I would say that if this was about a relationship, that a work needs to be done in this relationship, and you need to work on yourself. That's why this is showing up in the reverse. And it's not to say like, oh, you've got to be you have to be single right now. It's saying, I mean, maybe you are, maybe you aren't. It's saying that you need to be comfortable with yourself, because right now you're not all the way there yet. You want to get to there, but you're not there, and it's because of some kind of heartbreak that you experienced that maybe is bringing you down, or that you still carry with you, and that some feeling of being left out in the cold. Now I know that these are scary cards, but I want to say a couple of things about them. Is that it's not like the end, everything is over, everything is bad. One thing I would ask that you remember about this card is that even though we all have this impression of like being left out in the cold, if you look at it, the stained glass window behind these people, the lights are on, and they're not at the door of the church. I mean, it very much looks like a church. They're not at that door, they're outside of it. So it could be that there is help available to you and you're not there yet. You're just not at the door yet. But people are in there and can answer the door. So you might not be totally cast out in the cold. And then I would also say that like I'm not feeling this as like a future thing of like, oh, heartbreak's coming your way. I'm viewing this as like you have experienced something. So maybe it's something that's following you around now or something that had happened to you before. Um, so I wouldn't look at it as this is super scary. It's coming in the future. But let's clarify. Always good to clarify. What do I want to do for you guys? Let's do the Tarot of the Sacred Kingdoms. This is a really beautiful deck. I hope you enjoy it because I enjoy using it. Alrighty, Spirit. Can you clarify these cards? Can you clarify these cards? They're kind of a mix of everything. So why don't you... How about this? Let's start with the Five of Pentacles and the Three of Swords. Can you clarify this for us? Because that seems like a bit of a bummer. And Leos like to shine bright. So what's going on with those? What do we need to know about the Five of Pentacles and the Three of Swords? I don't want to scare these people away. Let's find some happiness in here. Whoa! Right away. Six of Wands, but in the reverse. Okay. Weird. Interesting. Let's keep going. Ooh, we got some stuff popping out. I love it, I love it, I love it. As I fall to the floor. Ooh, the Phoenix. That is a beautiful card. Ooh, we'll get into that. The Two of Swords. Interesting. And the Moon. Ooh, that's one of my cards. Hello. Maybe you have a Cancer that's crushing on you. I've crushed on many a Leo in the past. Ooh, Seven of Swords in the reverse. Interesting. Okay. Alright, hold on. I'm feeling this card. And the Tower in the reverse. Alright. Alright, now we're getting somewhere. Okie dokie, okie dokie. Okay, so we have the Six of Wands that came out on top and then in the reverse. I think that points to still more of what I was saying before, where you had some sort of victory. If it's at work, maybe your team like accomplished some big thing. Maybe you got some big sale, finished a big project, etc. But it didn't feel like a total win, and that's why you still feel left out in the cold. Or maybe you did accomplish it. You were part of the team that did accomplish it, but you didn't reap the rewards. And that's why it feels like you're overburdened over here and why you feel more work needs to be done. You haven't reaped what you have sown yet. So I would say there is, oh man, okay, there is something awesome. There's something awesome that you've done and you have all this potential and something that you have contributed to is doing so well. But you haven't gotten the rewards yet and you're like, what's going on? And now you're stuck wondering, okay, well, should I stay? Should I go? Is this the issue? Like, am I just in the wrong job? I am so confused right now. I am so heartbroken. Like, I worked so hard and for some reason I am just stuck in the same place. Like, I should be earning more money. What the heck? I'm so confused. I think these are really significant, right? The I'm really feeling the Seven of Swords and the Tower. Now the Seven of Swords being in the reverse, I would say that there is something that you don't know yet. There's a truth that has not been brought to light, but it's there. and I think you have an intuition of what it is. That's also another part of like the moon. Like there's some kind of, you know, something. And with the tower being in the reverse, that means that the things that need to topple have not toppled yet. So, I look at it as, I look at it as, I'm really getting more career, but I will interpret this for a relationship as well. As there's something yet that's something that needs to happen in order for you to understand why you got to where you are, why you're working so hard and you're still not seeing all of the rewards. But don't fear, because you have this Phoenix here. Now, this is a special card from this Tarot of the Sacred Kingdoms deck. It's very, very awesome. We all know what a Phoenix is, right? So that gives, here we go, again, death, rebirth. And look at that fire, you know? You have these three cards go along perfectly, right? So you will transform from this. All right, you will transform, and you will get to this Ace of Pentacles. And I know you're feeling overburdened right now, but you know, this is a bit of a wounded warrior. You can see his head is all wrapped up, but you have this potential, and eventually you'll get to this. There is a potential to have this like carefree moment of returning home or returning somewhere safe. In terms of like, if this is resonating more for you on a relationship level, I would say that you two, or oh, it's 2026, could be you three. I don't know what you're doing. Maybe you're in a throuple. Maybe you're poly. Maybe you're not. Maybe you're in something. Maybe you're crushing. I don't know. But I would say that there is a truth that has yet to be revealed. I think you're scared of that truth. I think you're contemplating being independent, but you don't feel like you can do it on your own. And you need to know that you can. You absolutely can do it on your own. And you need to remember that it's not going to be like this forever. There's something in your life, either in your career, in your relationship, what have you, that's really bringing you down, and burdening you. But you have to understand that you absolutely have the potential to get through it, and it's not going to be forever. And if this feels like a death to you, know that rebirth always comes afterwards. And know that you are so strong, and you can get through it. So don't look at this as like, oh my gosh, she told me my future was going to be so sad. No, this is in the spring. You have been going through this. You've been working hard at whatever it is, your job, your relationship. You feel like there's so much more work to be done, but there's so much stuff that's going to head your way. This is one of the happiest cards in the deck. And it was hiding right under you reaping what you have sown. So you are planting the right seeds. They are going to grow into something beautiful for you. You just have to have faith. I know that it doesn't seem that way right now. Let's do some oracle cards, just so we can get some advice for you. Don't be down and out. I know you've been through the ringer. Leos feel very passionately about a lot of things. Something has hurt you. Someone has hurt you. Maybe you have a bad boss. Maybe you have a bad ex. Oh, I should shuffle these a little bit more. A little bit more. Tell me what Leos need to do. We love our Leos. How do we get their light to shine bright as the sun? Bright as the sun. Alright, give me some advice. Ooh. Interesting. When, let's see, we've got when you bond with someone in spirit, you both become a greater force for good. And you are an original, so let yourself follow your own heart. Very nice. Let's get a little bit more. A little bit more. You are currently under construction. Please be patient. Okay. Yep. All right. Okay, now I understand what's going on. Reach for your dream knowing that it's already coming true. Challenge yourself to be stronger than your challenges. Okay, now I see what's happening now. All right, Leo. Okay. A lot of times we are our own worst critics, and I think that's what's happening here. The reason that this wounded warrior is so wounded is because things went a little fast. I know you Leos, sometimes you do like to move a little fast, but don't we all? But just, you have to understand that you are allowed to be a work of art and be a work in progress at the same time. You've got to go easier on yourself. Look at this child. This child's not, I can't believe that I haven't made it to my mom yet. I can't believe that I'm running so slowly. No, the child knows there is the goal, is getting somewhere safe where I am protected and happy. And the child is working towards that goal. There's none of this other stuff. Stop carrying the stuff. Stop it. You're carrying all this stuff with you. You don't need it. You don't need it. Your dream is already coming true. Okay? You can do this. And I know you're going through something so crappy right now, but you can make it happen. And then you have, this is just what I was saying. You have untapped potential. You have so much potential in here. Listen, this is the first like romantic styles card that we've really gotten. But I think what you need to remember is that, the relationships that we form in life, the things that mean the most to us, like those people, if they're meant to be with you and they make you better, then you will carry them with you and it won't feel like a burden. Something that you're carrying with you is a burden right now. I don't know what it is. I don't know if you have a boyfriend, girlfriend, spouse, partner, whatever that's dragging you down. Maybe you have a sibling, I don't know, you have to take care of. I don't know why that popped in my head, but that's popping in my head. Maybe you have a coworker. Maybe you're that person in the group project where you're doing all the work and they're not. But the truth will come to light. It's taking its sweet ass time, but it will come to light. And I think you've got to forgive yourself and realize that you have the power. You have the power, and you are going to, I promise, overcome all of this. So I would say this one is about, if this is a relationship thing, there might be someone in your life that is if someone's bringing you down, maybe you're focusing on the wrong person. Maybe the right person is right there. And you guys can heal each other. You have the power to be, each other's safe spaces. You just have to make sure that, you go a little bit easier on yourself. You're your own worst critic, and you don't need to be. I feel like that really has all the messages, but I don't want to leave you without anything else that you might need. So, should we do... Let's do the Spirit Animal Oracle. I think you need a little more of a pick-me-up. You're going through something sad. Don't be sad. Don't be mad. It's gonna be okay. You Leos are amazing. You're fiery. Sometimes you can be so sweet. Sometimes you could be a little bit too fiery, but hey, I'm a water sign. Sometimes it gets a little too A little too hot for me, but hey, maybe we like some steam. Oh, look at that popped out. Butterfly spirit, transformation is beautiful. What did I say? What did I say, you guys? Look at these rebirth cards. Look at this. Listen, I want you to remember this about being a butterfly, okay? Everyone knows, you're a very hungry caterpillar first. You eat all the things you shouldn't eat, and then you eat a leaf, and you make a cocoon, and you get inside that cocoon. Did you know when caterpillars are in cocoons, they essentially like melt into just goop? They melt into disgusting, like ridiculous goop. They just, all of their insides become something else. But even after that, like gross, all that nastiness, they pull themselves back together and they make something new. They make this beautiful, new, wonderful thing. And you can do that. Maybe you're in your gross goop phase, okay? Maybe you're in your gross goopiness. It's not going to be forever. It's okay. Embrace the goop. You're going to be all right. All right, look how that flew out there, man. I know y'all seem like you're going through a hard time. I'm so sorry to hear that, but I promise you it will not be forever. Rabbit spirit, now is the lucky time. Yep, what did I say? What did I say? Untapped potential. Starfish spirit, open to infinite possibility. I've told you. Turtle spirit, slow and steady wins the race. Ah, see? When you go too fast, sometimes you get overburdened and hurt. But slow and steady wins the race. You have to be patient. And the crow spirit, co-create with spirit. You have all of the ability to get everything done. And look at this. One day, you are going to be, riding on this horse. You're going to be transforming into a beautiful, amazing butterfly. You have all the potential. We also have chameleon spirit, act as if. Hey, sometimes you gotta fake it till you make it. All right, let's do the spill. What do Leos need to know? They hurting. What do they need to know? Interesting. Ooh. Okay. Yes. Look at that popped out. Yes. Whatever your question was, yes. Will so-and-so be held accountable even though I'm doing all the work and they're not? Yes, that person will. She, he, they, them. You got the crystal. It's time for healing. It's time for healing. That's what that's telling you. Alright, you got S. Letter S might be significant. I was saying for spring. S could be for spicy or steamy. I know you guys are spicy and steamy. Got a couple of runes here too. I'm going to take a drink real quick. Okay, so you got a couple runes here too. This one, I don't know if I'm saying this right, but it's just that line up and down. My camera does not want to focus, but you got the idea. It's Isa, or ice. So that means rest, stagnation, and patience, if I am to believe my rune chart. And then we have this one, which is Thorias, which is the symbol for Thor. And that's regeneration and focus. So that's exactly what I said. You need to give yourself a little bit of a rest. You're being way too hard on yourself and you need to heal. You need to heal from whatever hurt you. Okay? And you will regenerate. You will be, I promise you, you will be reborn. Look at these rebirth cards. You will be reborn. Where'd the butterfly go? Butterfly. Okay? So, it sounds like you guys are having a little bit of a hard time right now. I'm sorry to hear that. I promise you, it will not last forever. You're going to make it through. You're going to heal. You are going to become this absolutely beautiful butterfly. You need to let yourself heal, and it's all going to be okay. And once you get all this nonsense out of here that's dragging you down, you are going to be led to the happiest time of your life. Everything that you want, it's there. You are planting the seeds now that will grow into the happiest life. Don't despair. I know you're hurting, but you won't hurt forever. I think that's all that I want to say for today. Sending you lots of love. It's all going to be all right. Thank you.